Hey, this is Wileen Benson, and you are on the Daily Gratitude Call, where we start every day in gratitude. Gratitude is the highest energy state that we can be in. It creates a frequency of positive vibration that attracts positive experiences into our lives. Hey everybody, this is Wileen Benson. This is our Daily Gratitude Call. Thank you for being on the call today. I'm excited for what we get to learn today. I just want to express, I know I do this occasionally, but it just wells up inside of me sometimes, and I just want to really thank those who come on our call live. It is, it's where our content for our call comes from, is those who are here live. And without you, it would certainly not be as powerful as it could be. So I just want to thank you for your dedication, getting up in the morning, getting on the call, and for your participation, being willing to share your thoughts. It's just such a wonderful place to be. It's a wonderful place to start every morning. So thank you. And also just a special welcome to all of those who are listening on the podcast. If this is your first time here, welcome, thank you. And if you're a seasoned veteran of the Gratitude Call and you haven't been on live, I encourage you to do that. Just go to wileenbenson.com/gratitude, and that will take you, that will share the information about the call. It will give you a video that just kind of explains what we do even before we start the call, and also give you the link, the Zoom link, to be able to join. So wileenbenson.com/gratitude will give you what you need to get on the call live. For today, I'm just feeling very humble and also elevated at the same time. Super grateful for God's trust in me, in being an instrument in His hands, and the part that I play in His plan. And so that's what we're going to focus on today. I'm going to set my timer for 90 seconds, and we're going to have a private silent meditation on gratitude for my part in the plan, and just see what we get to learn. And I'm going to actually qualify that in God's plan, my part in God's plan. So give me a second. Let me get my timer set, and set for 90 seconds. And we'll have a private silent meditation on gratitude for my part in God's plan. And just write down whatever comes to you. Begin. All right. I'm going to just share something that was shown to me in my daily GPS this morning, and it feels very sacred to me, but I also feel really strongly to be able to share this, because I feel like each one of us has this calling, that this is our part in God's plan, and that is to lead people to Christ. And I want to just share a couple things that I received in my daily GPS today. I saw that Christ's ministry is my format, my blueprint for my business. His part in the plan was to bring people to God. And I see that Christ is the only way by which we return home to our Father. And that my place is to lead people to Christ so that they can have that one way to be led home. And it was such a clear vision to me. And I know it's because I've been asking specifically how I get to serve people who are on a little bit higher level, who are, beyond the Lord's Way to Wealth, that the program that we just created, the mastermind that we just finishing. Those who are really feeling called to, to put kind of thrust in their sickle and to go find those people who are ready to be led home. And I know the path now. I know exactly how to teach people to do that. And like I said, is like super humbling. And also at the same time, I'm just feeling gratitude for the trust that Heavenly Father is putting in me, and just super grateful for my part that I get to play in His great plan of bringing His children home. Who else has something they would like to share?
I do.
Okay, let's go Tammy and then Kathy.
Perfect.
So just a couple thoughts. So just there at the end of your thoughts, Wileen, I was just thinking about how when we honor God, He honors us. And so just as you're talking about just the gratitude of Him placing trust in you, just I can witness that that's true because I know that you honor Him. And so He is in return honoring you.
Thank you.
The other thoughts I had were how liberating it is when I know my part and I fulfill it. And as I do that, I liberate others around me as well, even if they don't recognize that they are essentially being liberated, even when they other people may get mad and express negative emotion. I know that negative emotion is coming up, being brought up because I'm being true to me, and it's allowing them opportunities to clear things that they need to live in their authenticity.
Wow, what a powerful thought, that you being authentic might actually trigger someone, and even though they don't feel it, they really are they're in a place right there where they can actually become liberated. They have the key. They have the exact one thing that needs to change in their lives to free them. Thank you. Super powerful. Thank you.
Yeah, that was really awesome. I love the liberating idea. So what was really coming up for me, and I thought this is a really appropriate place to share about God's plan. And I see this life, I've heard, I'll just take it as my own rather than trying to figure out where it comes from. It's that this is a 3-act play, and there was a pre-existence where the war in heaven, and we chose to follow Christ, and we were given a body, and in this life is the 2nd act, and then when we pass from this life, we go to the 3rd act. And if we could see or remember all of the things from that pre-earth life, I believe that we were angels, blessing the lives of people who were on the earth at that time. I imagine being there and seeing when Christ was born, and just if we knew our part. But I'll share just a little piece of a patriarchal blessing that I received when I was 15. Um, and I share this, I mean, it is sacred, but I believe I share it because I think it applies to everyone. I was told, you lived there for blessings here, and we are living here for blessings to come in our next life. And I believe that. So I think what was really coming up for me, that we were angels to people here. We have angels that we served previously. I don't know, it may sound a little bit complicated, but we can call on our angels to help us. And I believe that we were there to serve them when they were on this life. And so that we served our ancestors, and they are serving us now, that they're there for us. And it's all part of the plan. And so to take our part and to know what we are given to do in this life, it really is to minister to one another. And we can be angels now as well to those around us, and do our part to serve. And it's all about bringing people to Christ.
Wow, so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really believe, I believe as you do, that we lived before we came here to earth, and that we'll continue on after we die. And I also believe that our spirit remembers. There's like a muscle memory that even though our minds can't consciously remember everything that happened before, that our spirits know. I know all of us have had those aha moments where it's like, yes, that feels true. And I feel like that's our spirit remembering. So I feel like we really do have the capacity to be able to remember, even if it's just on a spiritual level, and feel the truth of these inspired thoughts that come. Thank you. Appreciate you sharing your.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Phil.
So what came to me was we find purpose when we live on purpose. We make that conscious choice to move in a certain direction. And that purpose is like the reason for being. And so, like we were talking before you got on the phone, Wileen, about how grateful we are that we have some kind of routine in the morning to go to. And that's this call,
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it takes purposeful effort to get up, do your breathing, and be involved in this call. But I mean, because when you do things on purpose, you do things in the now. You're not caught up in time, which is like completely connected to the physical world.
Awesome.
And so I just thought I'd share that.
Yeah, thank you. It's my practice of my daily GPS. I do my daily GPS, and then I get on the call to add to it. And it's that practice of doing my daily GPS every day that gives me these inspired thoughts. And you're absolutely right. When we are living on purpose, that's when we find purpose. And I have been living on purpose these last few days, been asking specifically, for clarity on this particular subject of how I lead people beyond, the Lord's way to wealth and the 7 gateways. And that came today. It's been, probably 4 or 5 days that I've been asking for that. And this morning it was there. And if I had decided not to do, I don't know, maybe have come tomorrow, but if I hadn't done my daily GPS, but I'm just like super grateful that I have that daily routine, because we get so caught up in the day-to-day that we could definitely miss those inspired thoughts if we're not on purpose seeking for them. Thank you. Any other last thoughts before we shift over to our permission process?
I have a thought.
Okay, let's go Melissa, and then Melinda, and then Michael.
All right, I'll be brief. I just wanted to say just how much love I feel on this call right now. Wileen, before you came on the call, we were all just kind of praising you and telling, sharing how much we are influenced by you and love you. And I just love every one every person on this call, because there's just so much joy to be felt when we're coming together in gratitude. And I'll just end with that.
Beautiful. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate. Thank you, everyone. Melinda.
I just wanted to add to that, yes, we're so grateful for this call and for each other, and I love all of you as well. I wanted to add that when we're gathered with like-minded people, we amplify our abilities and capabilities and purpose as a whole. Consistency brings strength, for me at least, comfort and preparedness. And the small steps bring stability, just as a small seed brings growth.
Wow, awesome. I'm going to go back and re-listen to that and type it. If you'll put it in the Facebook group, that would be awesome. That's
Absolutely
super powerful. Thank you, Melinda. Michael, you had some thoughts?
Yes. See, God sent me here to accomplish a work. And Jesus himself said, I did the work that my Father sent me here to do.
Mm-hmm.
So every day he's training me without me knowing it by life's experiences. They're strengthening me and protecting me to accomplish and be prepared for what he is calling me to do. And a thought came that if God showed me the total plan, what I am supposed to do and accomplish from where I was to what I am now, I might be scared off or freeze or just, no, I can't do that. And so my part in God's plan, he gently brings me up, teaches me, leads me, guides me, strengthens me to be able to fulfill that part that, you know, he had called me to do, that we had planned to do for myself.
Oh, so true. And it gives even more credibility, I guess, or just like gratitude to the part of the plan where we forget, where we don't know the full measure of what we're to perform here. I'm actually really, really grateful that I didn't know when I was a baby what my part in the plan, you know, fully was. And I still don't know, you know, everything, but I know what I know is pretty big. So yeah, it's actually really a blessing and mercy that we only get things one step at a time and that we're prepared one experience at a time. Thank you, Michael, for sharing that. Rachel, did you have something?
Yes, thank you. My heart is just pounding out of my chest again. I wanted to say thank you, Eileen, because I feel like part of your purpose is to help all of us find our purpose. Mm-hmm. And you definitely have helped me find my purpose on this path by being on this call. And I've been, with knowing my purpose and praying about it the last few days, this last week, I've been seeking for an answer to a prayer too, and I received it just barely on this call. And I wanted to share with you guys what the thought was. I've been pondering on covenants and how it's related to relationships. And so the thoughts that came is covenant. We come into a relationship when we make a covenant. It's making our relationship stronger, bonded, and sealed eternally. With each covenant, the question I have is, with each covenant, what relationship is being strengthened, built, and sealed? And so thank you so much for this call, and I'm grateful.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Rachel. I just feel energetically feeling that answer that you just received is a super key counterpoint, whatever, that is going to be like a solid principle that you get to teach. That's there's something really, really powerful about that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm so grateful to have been present when you received that. Well, I would love to continue sharing, but we are almost at the end of our time. And so let's go ahead and shift over to our permission process. Invite all of us to just take a deep breath. Just feel the gratitude and enjoy this joyful, loving energy that has been created here. And just take a moment and feel that gratitude, express that gratitude to our Heavenly Father at the part that we play individually in the plan, in His plan, and also the part that we're playing as a gratitude group, the power that we're creating here. I just feel that the energy that we've created here must be radiating out around the world. And just express that gratitude and feel the reality of your part in that, of spreading God's love around the world because of being part of this group. And take a moment and just gain even more clarity on your part within the plan, within His plan. And what is your inspired shortcut today? What is the one most important thing that you could do that would move you forward, take a giant leap, quantum leap towards fulfilling your part? What is the one most important thing? And it may not feel like a quantum leap when you receive that. It might seem like a small thing, but it will be the means of creating a quantum leap for the world, a quantum leap on your path if you do this one inspired shortcut. So what is the one most important thing you can do today to really anchor in your knowledge of your part in the plan and give you evidence of the importance of your part in His plan? And if there are any limiting beliefs coming up for you about taking action on that, just write that limiting belief down. And take a moment and compare. If you hold on to the limiting belief, what that outcome will bring. If you take action on this inspired shortcut, what that outcome will be. And if you choose to let go of that limiting belief and step into a new belief that will allow you and empower you to take action on your inspired shortcut, say yes.
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 Awesome. And then go ahead and choose some new beliefs. What are some new beliefs that will empower you, give you courage and confidence to act boldly and deliberately, purposefully on that inspired shortcut? What are your new beliefs? At least 2 or 3 new beliefs to take the place of that old limiting belief and give you the courage and the confidence to act boldly and deliberately on this inspired shortcut. And with those new beliefs, I invite you, if you haven't already, to put the words "I am" in front of them. That those words, "I am," Christ is the great I am. And when you say those words, it brings you and Christ together. Those are the words that put you in a place to be the hands of Christ, to be able to serve in the way that Christ would serve if He were here. And we don't really have the time to be able to share, but I just want to thank you all once more for being on the call, for creating this. I'm really glad I was not the first one on the call, that I was late getting on and you guys had some time to talk, because this has just been really powerful confirmation to me that I am on the right path. And super grateful for sharing this morning call with you, the gratitude call with you today. It's been super powerful. Thank you for being willing to share your sacred thoughts. I know that this is going to be one of those calls that people will return to over and over. So thank you, thank you. Encourage you to go out, do your inspired shortcut today. Go on to the Facebook group, Breakthrough with Gratitude, if you have any other thoughts that you'd like to share. And we'll look forward to being back together tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. Thank you.
Thanks.
Love you, Eileen.
Hey, thanks so much for listening. And I encourage you to tune in every day to the Daily Gratitude Call. And the Daily Gratitude Call happens live every weekday morning. I'd love to have you join. So to find out how to join live, go to my website, WileenBenson.com. Thanks for tuning in.